Hi everybody, it's me, Kristen, and this is the Fat Naked Girl 1 cup video, but that's not going to be as gross as the 2 girls 1 cup video. Let's see, can you hear me now? Actually, I'm feeling, I just got out of the shower, so I just decided to make another Fat Naked vlog. And if you haven't seen the other Fat Naked vlogs, I make the Fat Naked vlogs on occasion to remind myself and everybody that that it doesn't matter what size we are or what we look like on the outside, that what matters is who we are on the inside, and people are beautiful in their own ways, even if they have bands in their hair and they come out of the shower and they have a cup attached to their chin and everything. So, yeah, I've kind of had a bad time recently because a friend of mine from grade school, and we went to grade school and high school together, and he died suddenly last week. He was 34 years old, and he just died. They did an autopsy and found out that he had 100% blockage of an artery from a congenital heart problem. He had seen a doctor in the past few months because he was feeling tired and I guess run down and was having some pains and stuff, and the doctor just thought it was acid reflux disease and gave him some Zantac, and sent him on his way. I'm not really sure why. It might be because he didn't have insurance, so they didn't really run all the tests they should have. Like, it's hard to say exactly. I don't know the whole situation, but usually if someone has, like, pains in their chest or, has prolonged tiredness and stuff like that, doctors should check for heart problems, even if they're, he was a healthy, young man. He wasn't fat or anything. He was athletic and played sports and had a family, and he had kids, and so it was just shocking. He was on his way to a waterworks park, and they were driving there. Luckily he wasn't driving, and he just he was asleep, and then he woke up and his arms were shaking, and I don't want to say too much more, but he didn't make it, and he just died. Like, one day you're here and the next day you're gone. And another friend of the family of mine is kind of on his last legs. He has cancer, and I guess he's not long for this world either, so it's kind of been it's gonna be a bad month, I guess. It's just hard when people die. Like, I couldn't go to my friends. They had a viewing, and I just didn't want to see him like that, And I think I would have had nightmares. So I didn't go to the viewing of his body, and then I didn't go to they had this thing on Sunday where everyone was talking about him, and it was supposedly a celebration of his life or whatever, but I know I would have just bawled my head off, and that would have been really bad. So I didn't go. But I hope people can understand that. I just didn't feel like bawling in front of everybody, and so anyway, that's been why I've sort of not been around, but I guess I'm doing okay. I did have one symptom the other day, and I've been a little bit irritable, so trying to just relax, and I'm trying to keep my mind off things. So that's one reason why I'm making this YouTube video, to keep my mind off things. I attached those to my head so I could put them in my hair later. I don't know if you can see my brat there. Anyway, you know, one time, I was at the beach with my brother, and he was in the kitchen of a beach house, and he, was it my brother or his friend? Now I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was my brother. He put a cup around his face like that, only he really made it stick, and then he couldn't get it off, and finally he just pulled it right, and his face was all like red from, had this ring around his face for a while. It was so funny.
It's 2:45.
It's 2:45. But let me talk about something happy. I guess, you know, people are dying. That's not really very happy. But, you know, my friend, he had a good life. He was an amazing person. Everybody loved him who met him. I mean, I don't think there's any, I doubt that he has any enemies or anybody who doesn't like him who ever met him. Because he was somebody who was very special, very dynamic, and you just can't, you could never hate him because he was just like so nice to everybody and always smiling, and you guys would have loved him if you would have known him. So, and my other friend who has cancer, he was amazing. He's amazing too. He has a very good sense of humor, and he actually helped, you know, take care of me when I was crazy once, and got me the help I needed, and kind of saved my life that way. So, you know, forever in his debt. So, so I don't know what happens when people die. I wish I knew. I mean, I wish I knew for sure. I'd like to think that people go on. I know that people go on in our memories, and if that's a way of going on and continuing to live, then I guess that is one way. But I wish that, you know, people would, I don't know if people's spirits live on or whatever. It would be cool if they did. You know, because I want to, you know, but maybe people just, they live and then they die. I don't know. It would be nice to, like, see, you know, this grand, a cartoony vision of heaven, you know, where, like, you die and you walk up a flight of stairs, and then you greet all your friends and relatives and stuff like that who have gone before you. Oh, and your pets too, because, you know, your cats and dogs go to heaven, and hamsters and stuff like that too. So, if you guys have seen the movie, the TV show Dead Like Me. It's a really good show. If you haven't seen it, I can't remember who the people are who star in it, but it was canceled, unfortunately. I think it got I think there were 2 seasons. But it might have just been 1 season, I can't remember. But it was so good, and it's like totally how I imagine, like, you know, the Grim Reapers come and, like, take your soul right before you die. And then when you when your spirit's ready to go, then there's this big light, and you have your, like, wildest fantasy, and you just, like, go towards it, and right off into the sunset of the cosmos or something. It's really good, but anyway, these people who are the show is about they're Grim Reapers, basically. They have to touch people to take their souls before they actually die, so their souls don't get stuck in their bodies or something. And so this one girl, she got killed because she got hit by a toilet seat that fell from space. And so it's pretty funny. And there's this one woman, she's so funny. Her name in the show is Dolores Herbig, as in her big brown eyes. Anyway, it's really funny. You guys should really totally check it out. And, you know, it's like makes fun of death in a way, makes it humorous, light, and just like gives you something to think that maybe death isn't so horrible, or the end. You know, maybe it's not the end. You know, it could be, but you know, even if it is the end, then we're gone and we don't care, and you know, it's like, then we're just dead. So I don't know, but anyway, so it's still scary though to think of dying and other people dying. It's like the biggest, scariest thing about life, I think, you know, in some ways. And so really check that show out. I think you can probably find it on YouTube or some video place. You can download it from iTunes, I know that. And another show that I like that has to deal with death is 6 Feet Under. You guys have probably heard about that show. I think it was on Showtime or HBO, but they have it out on DVD, and the show's no longer on. It was on for like 6 seasons, I think, something like that. Anyway, it was very good, like a dramatic show. It's not so funny, it's more like dramatic, and basically it's this family, and they work at a funeral home or mortuary, whatever you call it. They have their own funeral business, and it basically follows their lives throughout the 6 seasons, and I thought it was pretty. I love that show, and the guy who's in it, who I also really love, is Michael C. Hall, I think is his name, who now plays Dexter in the show Dexter. Which is another kind of morbid show about a serial killer who is also a cop. But I guess I kind of watch some morbid shows. Anyway, I guess I should end this instead of keeping rambling on. I guess this was kind of my talk about death video. You know, I hope nobody out there is considering it, you know, taking their life or anything. That would be tragic, of course. We all know that sometimes people with mental illness think about those things, and maybe that's why have a interest in the macabre, you know. Been down that alley a few times, but if you don't, yeah, just don't kill yourself. That's my life is just too. There's too many things to see, too much to experience. So anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. I hope you're okay, and I hope no one around you is dying. It sucks. Yeah, so that's the fat naked vlog girl with the cup video. Okay, bye.